Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. Thank you for dropping by. I've got this gorgeous little bag to share with you today, and this is what I call one of my no-cut bags. So there's no cutting involved, just scoring. You don't even have to do any sticking, as you can see, at all. So it's a really simple, easy bag to make, and I've just kept everything together using this little clip. So let's clip this back up again, and we're going to make another one. The paper here is the Regency Park Designer Series paper, and this piece measures 6 inches by 6 inches. And we're just going to start to do some scoring, and we're going to use the small stylus of our scoring stylus, the small ball, and we're just going to start to do some scoring in a second, hopefully. And you can see here I've used two different patterns. So we're going to score here at 2 inches, and just making sure I have the right ball. Got 2 inches, and you can see here me showing you which that you use the small ball or the large ball, and we want to use the large ball because it's designer series paper and it's a little bit more fragile. So we scored there at 2 inches and 4 inches. Now we're going to score again at 1.5 inches, and then again at 4.5 inches. But all these measurements will be on the blog post on my website, and the link to that you can find in the description box below, so don't worry about those. So now we've scored on our designer series paper, we're just going to fold it on our score lines and burnish those folds. That means give a nice crisp fold, and a bone folder I think is an invaluable tool in the craft room. It really helps when you're making bags and boxes and cards and everything, just to give a lovely crisp fold. So you can see here, you need to have the paper in this orientation where the two flaps meet in the center like this. So that's at the 1.5 inch and 1.5 inch score lines, and in the center you should have a 2 inch width score line. And now, as you can see here, you're going to bring this score line back to meet the left hand score line. It's a bit difficult to explain, but it's much easier to show on camera, as you can see here. So you're just going to bring it back, and this will give you a little diagonal score line, and you're just going to burnish that with your bone folder. So you can see here, you just brought the score line back to meet the other score line, and we're going to do the same for all 4 of our sides of our bag. So you see here, just bring it back to meet the side line, to meet the other score line, and then you're just going to use your bone folder to reinforce that fold. So now to the other side, and the same thing, bring it back to meet the score line on the side, and just trying to keep everything as straight as possible. It is a small piece of paper to work with for this design, so it can sometimes seem a little finicky, but it actually isn't. You can make this bag in whatever size you want, and if you search on my blog, you'll see that I've made this bag in varying sizes, so do have a look for that. And then you can see lots of different ways to adapt this very basic bag design. So now I'm just checking everything that is nicely in place and all lined up, and then you can see we've got our bag ready to go. So we're just going to need to take a clip now to hold this in place. So let's take that clip, and there we go, all done and dusted. So that is our basic bag done, but we want to have a little bit of decoration, so we're going to do a little bit of stamping here, and we're going to be stamping in Night of Navy Night of Navy ink on a piece of basic white cardstock. We're going to use the Easter Bunny stamp set, and we're just going to use this little sentiment that says hi. I love the stamp set, and I've used it a bazillion times, and you can see lots of projects with it on my blog and on my YouTube channel. So if you just search Easter Bunny, you'll find all of those projects. So let's just ink up our hi and stamp it down, and there we go. Really simple and easy. So let's close up our ink pad before we drop something in it. And now we're just going to punch out our little high using this little punch here called the Best Label punch, and it's a really dinky little small punch, and it fits this high just perfectly. So just center it in your punch, take your time to line it up and punch. There we go. So now we can put that aside, and we're going to try and tie a bow, and this is a soft succulent open weave ribbon, and I'm going to try and tie a bow with this. And if you know me, bows and my fingers don't always get on, so please forgive the botched up job. You can see here me trying valiantly to fix the mess, but I think it's going to have to be as it is. And it's really pretty ribbon, so it'll forgive the fact that the user is a bit useless at tying a bow. But I'm sure I'm not the only one who struggles with bows. If you're somebody who's bow challenged, let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you found any ways to get over the problem. So now I'm going to use some of these red and green pearls just to decorate my little high a little bit better. And I think they're called the red and green festive pearls or something. They're carried over from the winter catalogue into the spring catalogue, and you can see this little one's giving me the run around, but I caught him in the end. And there we go, just for some extra little something in our project. So now we can stick everything down to our bag, and I'm going to use glue dots for this. This makes it really simple, really easy, no mess sticking, the best kind. So I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of my ribbon, and I'm going to attach this to my clip, and then I'm going to take my glue dots again and just put a couple on the back of my sentiment before I attach it to my bag. There we go, and that is my bag done and dusted. Really simple. So let's clear the decks and bring in my other one, and then you can tell me which design you prefer, the yellow flowers or the more blue flowers. Let me know in the comments below. So if you want more information about the project, the supply list, the measurements, etc., it's all on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!